Holy cow, I'm pregnant. This has been easily the hardest secret to keep from you guys. I feel like I don't even keep secrets from you. I wanted to do one video to just catch you up on everything, how I found out, answer all of your questions, how it has been to be pregnant after a loss, finding out the gender, what prenatal am I taking? All of your burning questions I asked on Instagram, you guys gave me. There's so many questions. So I figured I'd answer all of them just in one video, but don't worry. Throughout this entire journey, I'll be answering all of your questions, talking about pregnancy, talking about my plans, what products, what non-toxic pregnancy products am I using, what non-toxic baby products am I getting. This is gonna be a fun journey. So excited that I can finally take you along for it. So many questions, just get right into it. I also have questions asked on my TikTok too, so I'll be going between my Instagram and my TikTok. The biggest question is like, how are you feeling? I actually didn't get any morning sickness, which thank freaking God, because I have like that fear of throwing up. I heard somebody, I've been watching like so many different pregnancy updates from different women, and I heard somebody say that they had like a unicorn pregnancy or a unicorn first trimester, and I feel like that was me. I was not sick at all. I didn't have any weird food aversion. I didn't have any like weird cravings. Like the biggest symptoms I felt in the first trimester were the exhaustion. I was so tired beyond belief. I've never been so tired. My boobs were really sore and really big. I already have really big boobs, so they have grown so much. Like I look at them in the mirror and I'm like kind of scared of them. And I've just been so extremely out of breath. That's what I feel like gave it away to some of you on social media, and I have been cutting out my deep breaths out of my videos. But honestly, like, didn't have the sickness, which I'm just so thankful for. I have had a little bit of insomnia. I wake up at least twice to go pee every single night, which is not like me at all. I'm kind of used to that now, but some nights, I would say like every other night, I'll wake up at like 3 a.m. and be wide awake for 2 hours. So that's been kind of hard, but and in the beginning, it really scared me not to have like the main symptoms that I always hear of, because I was like, wait, is there even a baby in there? But they're in there. I've also experienced some intense constipation, and that hasn't gone away since I entered the second trimester. Past week or so, I've gotten these really bad headaches throughout the day too, which is weird because I've been like super hydrated, so I don't know what that's about, but those are like the biggest symptoms that I can think of. Overall, I'm feeling really, really good. The hardest thing for me in the first trimester was like the mental thoughts, because I had a miscarriage in September. Getting pregnant again was just scary, and in the first trimester, there's so many unknowns. I feel a little bit better now, but I feel like the mental part of it was harder for me than the physical symptoms because I didn't have many, thank goodness. What helped you most after the loss? I don't think there's like one thing in particular that helped me. For me, like talking about it more, like once I became pregnant, I would like talk to my mom, talk to Sean, and be like, I'm scared. Like, this is so scary. What if it doesn't work out? You know, like just like kind of word vomiting helped me. I'm sorry, but there's like nothing that can really help. Like, I feel like once I hit 14 weeks, that helped the most. I was like, okay. But like, in the second trimester, made it this far, everything's looking healthy. We've had 2 ultrasounds, we've heard the heartbeat. I just have to let go and believe that this is gonna be a healthy, happy pregnancy. It's not like one thing that helped a ton, and that's like sucks. That's sucks about early pregnancy, especially after a loss. Any tips for trying to conceive? Okay, so we are very, very fortunate and lucky, and I want to say this in this part of the video. If you are somebody that is struggling to conceive, have had loss after loss after loss, or just one loss, and you're watching this and you feel any sort of negative way or any sort of triggering way, please unfollow me for this time. I remember right after my miscarriage, I would feel like a little bit triggered when somebody would post a pregnancy announcement, or I had to unfollow the pregnant moms, or I had to make sure that my TikTok algorithm did not serve me any more pregnancy announcements, and that helped me a lot personally. So I completely understand. I will never have the right thing to say, and a huge part of me when I did get the positive pregnancy test felt really guilty, because I'm like, in the grand scheme of things, yeah, I had a loss, but this was really fast for us. This happened really fast. We were so lucky to be this like fertile, and I felt like a little bit guilty for all the moms that I personally know and just all the moms out there that are struggling. So please know that I am thinking of you. I am so sorry. If you need to leave for a little bit, take no offense. Any tips for trying to conceive though? When we first decided that we wanted to start trying, I have an Aura ring. So the Aura ring, after 3 months of wearing it consistently, especially at nighttime, it will start to really pick up on your cycle and tracking your cycle. So I had my Oura Ring linked with the Natural Cycles app, which the Natural Cycles app has been amazing. I highly recommend the Natural Cycles app. Even if you don't have an Oura Ring, get the Natural Cycles app, take your temperature every single morning. Your temperature is the best data to figure out when you're ovulating, when your period is coming, etc. And it became really accurate, but make sure you have it on for 3 months so it can really pick up on your body. Using my Oura Ring, let me just give you a little backstory of what happened. Sean and I started trying in this July, and we got pregnant the first month, which, like, I know is like so annoying probably for so many of you to hear. We got pregnant the first month. It just happened. I found out we were pregnant like very, very late August. We had the miscarriage late September. The first time in July, I did use the ovulation strips. We like pee on them, dip in your pee, and then the ovulation strips. So I did do that, but we were also having a ton of sex, like if I'm being honest. After the miscarriage in September, my period came back a month later in October, pretty much exactly a month later in October. I did a few weeks of the ovulation strips again, but then I was like, you know what? I'm just kind of like tired of these. Like, for me, it was like a little bit too much pressure, too much of a thing to have to do every single morning. So I stopped doing the strips and I kind of just relied on my Oura Ring. But honestly, I heard this from somebody in my life and I feel like it's just good advice. I mean, it's like, maybe will sound a little bit overkill to you guys, or maybe TMI, but like, just have sex every other day. And I know that sounds like crazy to some of you, but if you're like me and you're not like a super planner and you don't like to like see all the stats and you don't want to like pee on a strip every single morning, that's not the kind of person I am. So the sex every other day or close to every other day was the most successful for us. So I got my period back in October. Sean was out of town a bunch. I got my period again in November, was super bummed. And then in December, the video that you guys saw, I found out I was pregnant on Christmas Day, which was super special. So we got pregnant probably like early December, I'm assuming, or no, late November, something like that. My biggest tips for trying to conceive is like, I'm not an expert at all. We were very fortunate to be fertile for it to have been like a quote unquote semi-easy experience for us. I mean, any loss is not easy, but the ovulation strips, try them out in the beginning. I feel like it helped me in the beginning just to like get an idea of like even the general time of the month, but then my Oura Ring became really accurate with when I was ovulating. I have fun with it. Like, I know that, I don't know, like it definitely changes. It doesn't change your relationship really, but it changes like your outlook on being intimate together a little bit, just because you're like trying to like produce something. It's the most annoying advice if I'm talking to someone that's like been trying for a year and I'm like, just relax and have fun with it. Like, that's not good advice. But if you're just now trying, you're like, just now, this is your first month or your second month, then I would say like have fun with it. But for those of you that have been struggling for longer, I am not the right person to come to for advice. Will you vaccinate your child? This is the biggest question. I have a few answers to this. Number one is that I will not be sharing any medical things that I do with my child on the internet. So if I do or if I don't, which we haven't made that full decision yet, I won't be sharing like the exact vaccines we get or the ones we opt out of, or if we get them all or if we opt out of them all. We have not made that decision yet, but I'm just saying, like, in general, I will not be sharing the exact plan of attack for that. I'm gonna show you some books that I've gotten though that I feel like are helpful, and they're very open-minded, and I'm gonna put them on the screen up here. Some of them are like extreme no, some of them are just like a delayed schedule, and then some of them are like, this is why you need to vaccinate your kids and why they're safe in America. So I feel like these books have helped me kind of just open my eyes, but I'm still researching and I haven't made a full decision on that yet. A lot of requests for me to share non-toxic pregnancy products and non-toxic baby products, and that will be coming. Like, follow me here, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram. I will be sharing the crap out of all of that. Sean and I, for the first time this weekend, the same day that we announced, we went and bought some onesies, but I haven't bought any other products other than that. What prenatal are you taking? Okay, this has been a big question. I started taking a prenatal the month we started trying, so in July, and I've been taking it ever since. I have tried 2 different prenatals and I like both of them. The Belly Baby prenatal, I like this one. Again, I haven't been nauseous, so thankfully these have been easy for me to take. I found that with a lot of prenatals, some of prenatals you have to take like 8 capsules. I'm like, no. So the 2 prenatals that I really like, you only take 3 capsules. I've done the Belly Baby prenatal, and my favorite one that I think I'm going to continue to buy is the Needed prenatal. When I look for supplements in general, I want to make sure they're third-party tested. I want to make sure they have methylfolate for a prenatal, and that they don't have any other weird filler ingredients, and needed is just like top of the line. Would highly recommend. Are you taking any other supplements? The only other supplement I am taking, I am like such a simple person. I believe that like my body is equipped and ready. I want to make it like simple in my body. There's so many people that say so many different supplements are great for pregnancy, and I'm sure a lot of them are, but all I have been taking is my prenatal, which I feel like has plenty, covers all the bases. Omega-3s, because one study that I saw about omega-3s really resonated with me, so I'm really just going off like my gut, like what feels the best. And then in the beginning I was taking a probiotic a lot. I kind of stopped taking it just because I'm like lazy, because I am constipated. So just omega-3s and prenatal every single day. I take the Just Ingredients omega-3s and I love them. They don't taste like fish oil at all. Mostly take the omega-3s too, because you can get those in your diet if you eat, like if you're a big salmon eater, then just eat the salmon. Like it's always best to get it through your diet, but the salmon is actually one thing that's been giving me the ick, so I haven't been eating salmon. Have you started researching products? Will you share your registry with us once you make it? I have kind of started researching products. Diapers a little bit, prenatals and stuff a lot. Pretty much just diapers and wipes, which right now I have my eye on Kudos. So any moms out there that have done Kudos, please let me know. I also got a question, will I be cloth diapering? I kind of want to try, but I also don't want to do cloth diapering like out and about. Like, is there anybody that does like a combo? Is that even a thing? I would say like right now probably no, but I'm not like totally against it. It like makes sense to me. So if you have experience with like doing both, or you have like, you absolutely love it or you absolutely hated it, please let me know what you think. How has pregnancy been so far? My husband wants to try soon and it seems so scary. And also on top of this, how did you know you were ready to start trying? So overall, just like in my life, like I just feel like I was born to be a mom. Like I've always wanted to be a mom. It's always been like my #1 goal in life is to be a mom. With that being said, after I married Sean, after our wedding, I was like, I am really not ready, like at all, which shocked me. I thought I'd be ready like even before we got married. I do think there is like some truth to saying like you'll know when you know, you'll know when it's time to like start trying. But also I think there's also truth to you never know, like you'll never be fully ready, because both of those were true for me. It hit me in like early summer. I remember somebody in my life was like announced they were having a baby, or announced they were having a baby, and I was like, oh, usually I'm really happy for you, but I'm like kind of jealous. And I was like, okay, I think I'm ready. And then Sean was really ready. And I was like, let's wait 1 more month. And for some reason, I just didn't have it in me. And then in July, I was like, okay, I'm ready. With that being said, like I still had a moment, especially with the first one, our loss, when I found out I was pregnant, I still had a moment of being like, I'm terrified. Like I am not ready for this. I am not equipped for this. This is not the right time. So that's okay too. Like I still have days where I'm like, am I ready to do this? Pregnancy overall hasn't been scary. There's been nothing, like I wouldn't be scared of pregnancy, at least so far. Will you guys find out the gender or be surprised? We know the gender. I did not know you could find out so early. Like literally at our first appointment was at 8.5 weeks. Midwife was like, you can do all the genetic testing and find out the gender. At the first appointment, they drew the blood for that. So I was like, okay, which we were always gonna find out the gender. I just didn't think we'd be able to find it out that early. We did like the smoke bomb for gender reveal and we filmed that. So I'll be posting that soon. I don't know exactly when, but I will share that for sure, like in the next few weeks, because I feel like I'm gonna accidentally slip up on a pronoun and I don't want to. I want you guys to know. Are there any specific lifestyle changes you made during preconception? No. Honestly, no. No. I try not to like overthink things too much. Like I feel like when you overplan things or like overthink things, personally for me, it stresses me out even more, and I didn't want to be stressed during this process. Like I wanted it to just be like semi-fun, or as fun as it could be. Are you going to make your baby registry public? I'll probably like make a blog post of a non-toxic baby registry, but I don't want you guys buying me stuff, so I won't like make the actual registry public, but I'll show you everything I put on it. Is there a way to opt out of your pregnancy content for people who are trying to conceive and have troubles? I am so sorry. I don't know of any way other than this like fully unfollowing me, which I take no offense to. Did y'all need fertility treatment? My husband and I have been trying for over 3 years. Oh my gosh. See, this is when I like start to feel like a little bit guilty. Like I am so sorry. We did not have to do fertility treatment. No. In the thick of the first trimester, how did you get through it? I really wasn't that sick. I was just exhausted. I took a lot of naps. I ate cereal. but I like it's just something I cannot relate to, the sickness, and I'm so sorry to hear that. When are you due? I am not going to share the exact due date, but late summer. How are we eating clean during the first trimester? I'm struggling. Stuck to my normal diet, which is like semi-clean. I mean, I still eat sugar and all the things. Only like kind of food aversion I've had is like I'm not really wanting meats, which is weird for me. Like normally before this I could have like steak every single night for dinner. Kind of struggling a little bit with getting my protein in. I am making sure to have like a Just Ingredients protein shake every day because that like tastes good to me. But the only thing that's like weird has been like no meat. But give yourself some grace. Like I remember my doctor told me in the first trimester, like it's kind of just like a blur. Just like get through the 3 months, which I also found out that the first trimester is over at 14 weeks, not 12. So that was interesting as well. Doing the best you can. Like, don't be too hard on yourself is the advice that I got. Lots of the same questions, just making sure I got through all of them. Can you please share every single baby item you buy? Absolutely. Did you do anything special to help you conceive that cycle? No. Did you have any symptoms that made you think you were pregnant before you found out? Okay, I think because I had a loss just a few months before, I did not even let myself or let my brain go to the point of being like, I think I'm pregnant. Even though my period was so regular, I like tried to in the back of my head not even like look at the date, even though I knew like on this date my period should come. This is kind of funny. We were home in Montana for Christmas when my period was supposed to come. And right when I got there, it was like 4 or 5 days before Christmas, my older sister was like, you should take a pregnancy test, like right when I got there. And I was like, no, I just want to like enjoy my time home. I don't want to stress about it. Like I'm not like ready to take one. And she's like, okay. And like pretty much every single day, I saw her every single day I was home. She's like, did you take a pregnancy test? You should take a pregnancy test. Like, you should take a pregnancy test. And normally she's not like that. And I was like, no, I don't want to. Like, Christmas Eve went, and I drank on Christmas Eve, got a little bit wine drunk. My sister still was like, you should take a pregnancy test. You should take a pregnancy test. I just forgot what I was saying. The pregnancy brain is real. What was I talking about? Oh, okay, I remember. So it was Christmas Eve, went to bed, woke up that morning, and on Christmas Day, we had like gone through all of Christmas Day, had Christmas dinner. We were about to get in the hot tub, and like all of my like siblings, Sean, me, all my siblings' husbands. I just had this feeling, not this feeling that I was pregnant, but just like this feeling like, okay, I'm gonna take the test. And I genuinely did not have any symptoms. Like my boobs didn't hurt like the first time. I wasn't out of breath. Like I didn't feel anything. And so I was like, I'm just gonna take it and just like be done with it and like get it over with. It was like more like that mindset. Like it's gonna be negative. Like I really didn't think I was. Like, genuinely did not think I was. So this is kind of funny. I snuck downstairs while everyone was upstairs. I snuck downstairs, didn't tell anyone, didn't tell Sean that I was taking a test. I peed on them, I dipped it, I left it on the bathroom counter. I left the bathroom because I was like, I can't stand here for 5 minutes waiting to find out if it's positive or not. My brother-in-law goes into the bathroom, locks the door, goes to the bathroom. And I'm like, crap. Like, now I'm dying. I have to find out, but he's in the bathroom. So I told my sister, it was her husband. So I told my sister, I'm like, okay, like, you have to I just took a pregnancy test. She's like, what? I was like, you have to get it out of the bathroom now because Toby, her husband, is in there and I need the test. And so she's like banging on the door. She's like, slide the pregnancy test underneath the door and don't like do it face down so she can't see. Like, slide it underneath the door. And he did, and he didn't even look at it, which if it were me, I would take a peek. So he slid it under the door, and that's that video you guys see in the white t-shirt where I turned it around. I did not think, like, for some reason, I don't know what I was thinking, like, for some reason I did not think it was gonna be positive. And I turned around, and that's when in the video, in my announcement video, I'm like, you guys, it's so positive. And in that video, I'm talking to Sean and my sister. So that's how I found out, and that's like, and then my sister told me after that, she's like, I have been having so many dreams that you're pregnant. That's why I keep telling you to take a test since you've been here and you won't do it. So finally you did it. So she knew the entire time. She had that intuition. She's a mom of 4 and a labor and delivery nurse. So she's been a huge help for me. And my other older sister has a 1.5-year-old, almost 1.5-year-old. Like I am the youngest in the family. My other sister has a baby. Like everybody around me has babies, so it's been super helpful with like pregnancy advice. Thing that you are most excited for, just like having a baby. Pregnancy wise, I am excited to like have the bump. Like I want the bump. I don't have much of a bump right now. It's just like bloat. I am excited to have the bump, which everyone's like, yeah, you're gonna like it for like a month and then be over it, but whatever. I'm excited for it. Seeing Sean as a dad makes me want to cry. My own baby. Like we're ready. This is the next phase of life, and it's just feels so right. having a little friend. Like, I just can't wait. How did you and Sean celebrate after finding out? So my sister was there, Sean was there. We, after, like, you guys saw me in that video, I literally go upstairs and I told my mom with like Sean, and then I told my stepdad Steve, and Sean and I just like were surrounded by family, and then we were all gonna literally get in the hot tub, and I couldn't get in, so we all just sat. They just all sat in the hot tub. I put my feet in, and we just like talked about it forever. And then Sean and I came home the next day, and we didn't do anything special. We just like we're pregnant, like every day. Even now, still we're like we're having a baby. Did anything change in your skincare routine? Okay, so my skin is always been super oily, like combination oily, acne prone. It's been drier than Sahara Desert. My skin has been so dry, so I've been doing all my normal skincare. Like I didn't have to stop using any of my products, and none of them like had retinol or anything, but I added in nighttime like face slugging with the Primarily Pure antioxidant balm, and it has helped so much with the dryness. Also the Canopy humidifier, lifesaver. I have to sleep with the humidifier now. Everything is so dry, and I've never experienced that. A huge concern of mine, since I have struggled so much with acne, was like the hormones and stuff giving me acne. Thankfully I haven't had any breakouts, knock on wood. Okay, I'm gonna go over to TikTok and make sure I got like all the questions answered. So many of you said like, we can tell the pregnancy glow is real. Like, this is not a question. I think I answered like most of the questions. I probably say this over and over and again, but you guys' support and the love that you have sent us has been like overwhelmingly just positive and amazing, and I'm so thankful. I'm gonna link like the prenatals that I take, all the things that I've been like helping me and talking about in this video, the books that I talked about, in the description of this video. Here we go, guys. You're on this journey with me now, so I will be sharing so much. Since I found out, I have been filming like updates every few weeks, so I'm gonna start slowly posting those so you can see how I was feeling in the beginning, etc. But make sure to subscribe to my YouTube. Subscribe up here, down there, I do not know where. Subscribe to my YouTube, turn on the post notifications, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and this is gonna be the best journey together. I can't wait. If you guys have any ideas for pregnancy related videos, let me know. If you're trying to conceive, I'm sending you all love, and I can't iterate this enough. If you need to unfollow me right now, please do, and I will not take any offense to it. I love you guys. Bye.